Welcome to the Soul Train Express. Before we start, I have a quick message for you. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. Number 1, it's free. What? Yes, it is. Number 2, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone. Yes. Number 3, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And you can make money from your podcast. What? Yes, you can. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. All right, y'all. Now it's time to get some daily encouragement from the Soul Train Express.
Good morning, amazing people. We have Joan and Chelsea here today on the Soul Train Express, rumbling down the track.
What's up, everybody? So I have a question for you, Mama J. Do you believe in the gospel because it sounded good, or because your heart was impacted strongly with a supernatural experience that caused an undeniable, strong belief within, knowing what you heard was truth?
Whoa, that's some question right there, Chelsea. I think man can be very persuasive. And when you have someone that's trying to stir your heart and, get your emotions going, you can kind of fall for anything. And you start believing things that maybe is not quite the truth. So, you know what? This is what I think. If man can talk or persuade you into believing something, then guess what? Man can talk you out of it. That's temporary. When it's supernatural, it's meant to be everlasting. And that's where my heart is. That was a good question right there, Charles. But you know what? Another of Satan's deceptions comes through the idea that our only being convinced of the gospel is enough. Now think about that. He wants us to see that our outward actions matter more than our inward motivations. So what's your motivation? Some folks just do to be doing for the feel-good moment. But the bottom line is their hearts are not convinced. Satan hates conviction. Satan is evil, and he blinds us to wickedness, drawing us into temporary pleasures from a place of convinced stagnation and unrealistic illusions of happiness, of making us think we are feeling the fruit of the Spirit.
Okay, hold on for a second. What do you mean by that?
Well, I say that because feelings and emotions get us in trouble, Chelsea. You see, allowing our emotions to rule by nothing more than a convinced position to believe draws us to compromise with acceptable substitutes from Satan.
Okay.
In other words, when we allow our feelings to rule over us, we subdue conviction. We mask a true desire for the fruit, the characteristics of Holy Spirit. This strategy of Satan causes us to not be led by Holy Spirit, and that is a very dangerous position for believers.
Wow. So are you saying if Satan can keep us in the realm of being merely convinced, will we never enter into conviction within the heart?
No, because that's the real game changer. We will never enter into conviction within the heart. When we stay merely convinced. So here is what happens. Maybe this will bring some clarity to you all out there. A heart that's convinced has been influenced by man, be it good or bad. A heart of conviction has been influenced by Holy Spirit. So the difference, respectively, is an open door for lust instead of love, compromise instead of faithfulness, rebellion in lieu of obedience. And you know God requires obedience. Anxiousness in place of peace. There's a lot of folks that have great anxiety now because of the world we're living in. Things have changed so greatly. Fear and anxiety and great deals of stress, you know what I'm saying, has just affected man so greatly. Peace has gone away, but we must have peace because peace guards our heart and our mind. There's also excitement and fun, but no enduring joy. That's important to know too. And we often see self-righteousness instead of humility. We are seeing that there's lots of confusion going on right now instead of stable-mindedness.
Also, I think we're seeing how many people rather be politically correct. They believe that is more important than an unwavering conviction in truth.
Oh, that's right, Charles. That's good stuff right there. That's the deal. Listen, in this season of treason, Satan, the raggedy charmer, will use his crafty temptations and devious strategies to cause a convinced heart to be so confused, one will think breaking the commandments isn't a big deal.
Wow, that's very true. Many act like it's not for today, though, and they believe their decisions to do so will bring peace and happiness, so they rather ignore the commandments because it's not concerning about this century, so that they can find happiness and peace. But they realize they only can find it from Christ. True happiness and peace is from Christ.
Absolutely right, Chelsea. That's right on. Well, I'm just going to leave one last remark because that was good right there. I don't need to say anything further. But beware, my loves, of the schemes and strategies of the devil. This is Joni J and Chelsea, and we love you to life.